Hi there, this is Ronnie coming at you with a video. I'm going to add to this video response from the Gamemaster Toolbox asking people as a player what three things you dislike from a GM. A couple have already been mentioned by other people, so mine's going to sound a little repetitive. So I'll kick it off very quickly. First thing I dislike is GMs doing long-winded descriptions or prep work, sort of preamble, sort of prologue. You know, as my friend Barry used to just, when I was younger, I used to do sort of big preambles, and of course, I'd get my players just saying, "Get on with it," because they wanted to play rather than just listen to a bit of narration. And it's true, it's boring to sit there and listen. There is, invariably you need a certain amount of prep, sort of setting the scene. My opinion is if it can't be done in a couple of paragraphs, a very short, sort of 2-minute segment, 3 in the outside, write it all down and give it as a handout. Yeah, it's a bit of homework for the players, but if you give them it well in advance, let them read it, so they go in there knowing it. They can have it to hand, so they can look it up. And then you can just prep, right, you're in such and such a place, it's the morning, weather's beautiful or weather's crap or whatever, and start. Because you've done all the prologue in your prep work, and that's the best way to do it. Second thing that I really despise about GMs, that really sort of gets on my wick, are confrontational GMs. These are GMs who view the Gamemaster as the opponent to the players. They are the kind of people who take who will see the players succeed in a mission and going like, "Fucking beat me again," or a player dies or a player fails a roll, and they're like, "Yes," because they see it as a confrontation. They see it as an adversarial process. I am very fortunate that I have only had to encounter a very small minority of that particular kind of GM. But I'm very happy that I don't fall into that category. But I've had enough of them to really despise them. A GM is, never has been, and never will be the opponent. You are the setter of the scene. You are the creator of obstacles. You're not the adversary of the players. And that, there's a certain sort of obnoxious attitude that comes with it. And it goes along with a sort of general despisal of mine about obnoxious players, be it playing or GMing. I really don't approve of it. The third one really is one that's really, it's going to sound like petty nitpicking, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't like GMs who haven't done the homework. I accept that if you are a GM, first-time GM, or if it's your first time with a particular system, the game is going to be a little slower. The game is going to be, it won't run quite as fluidly as a sort of regular game with that system would be. And I accept that. I'm a GM. We're all and for the vast majority, if not all of us here on the brigade are GMs. So we all know what it's like playing with that first system. But people, people who say they don't know, you know, they come in there and I know my system. And 2 minutes into the game, they're like, hold on a minute, I need to look something up. And they spend the next 15 minutes checking something that's fairly simple. That annoys me. You know, GMs, do your homework. You know your system, know your scenario, know your players. I mean, I'm running Dragon Age at the moment, and I'm having to do a lot of homework because I don't play the video games. So I'm having to read a lot of the background from the actual RPGs themselves, as opposed to having sort of first-hand knowledge, having played the video games and being sort of immersed in that world. I'm hoping to do True 20 very soon on Google Hangouts, and that again is something I'm having to prep for because I've never used the system. Games can be a little slower than usual, and it doesn't mean that you need to know every rule like the back of your hand, but you should at least know where the rules are. You know, if someone asks you a question about you know, how does that skill work, you should know where the skill section is. You know, the damage of a weapon, you might not know the damage of the weapon off the top of your head, but you should know where the weapons tables are. So you can look it up fairly quickly. So yeah, you know, do your homework, guys. You know, it helps with the game, and it stops the sort of stuttering flow of it all. So those are my three bugbears. They're kind of, you know, those are my three. I'm going to do a video in a minute regarding making videos, and I'll deal with that then. But that's my response, and I'll be back soon with another video.